Hello, hi. It's Stasis, your sister of the vibe. And guess where we at, baby? We are in Mupane. And if you didn't know, G.U.C has got 5 branches in Gaborone. We have Broadest Industrial, we've got Main Mall, we have Delta, we have BBS, and we are in Mupane. So if you want us to come to your branch, let us know. Without any further ado, today, we're talking about life as an engineering student. And as we know, guys, we watch movies like your silos and stuff. We need engineers. We need engineers to survive as a whole. And today I have a lovely students who are studying engineering. And please tell us your name and the type of engineering you're studying.
Well, good morning. My name is Francina Mosele. I'm a water engineer student.
And you are?
Oh, good morning. My name is Penyo Machola. I'm doing diploma in motor vehicle mechanics.
Before we go into deep, I want to find out, guys, did you choose engineering by yourself? Kana your parents give on us said be an engineer? Yeah, before we go into deep, now I want to know, because diploma, that's 3 years. I get it.
Okay, my grandmother is a civil engineer.
So it runs in the family.
It runs in the family.
Okay, and yourself?
Now, basically, I would say it was my choice because right now in Botswana, I will probably say the mentality or the mindset of a child of Botswana. Ke gore every time every year, ngwana a teng ha ba tswa apply-ela, o na that mentality ya gore health sector ke yone e leng gore e na le market or something like that. So nna ile ke apply-ela e be ke na le that mindset ya gore kana right now Botswana is shifting from ditiro tsa di-office and stuff like that. So right now gompieno ya ka le kgona go bona gore currently ya le mo Botswana right now a gona ditiro. So nne ka kenya gore nna for nna because I'm doing diploma in motor vehicle mechanics go tsile go benefit because nna ke kgona gore ka moso a e leng gore go like marketplace mo Botswana wa ditiro o saturated be ke kgona gore nna be ke kgona go tsena starting hale kana maybe be ke isetela workshop nyana hale be ke kgona gore go nna le di-clientele tsa me tse e leng gore ke kgona go di-charger maybe te ke re ga mo go service koloi be ke charger bo 300 pula. So ke sengwe se e leng gore for nna a explore nna like for letsatsi ke kgona gore maybe e be ke kgona go ja sengwe because right now the time Botswana it's rough woman so
shout out to you. I like the fact that you're already thinking ahead. So entrepreneur within, do you love what you're doing?
Yeah, I do love what I'm doing. Very interesting course. Hard but interesting. As you go deeper, you see very different things about the course. You see why you get to learn how to people think that it's just water that you drink or it's just water that you see.
And there's a lot that's there. Oh, are drinking sewage that has been cleaned. But we don't talk about that, right? Tell the people how many engineering courses are here in Mopane.
We have 2 departments in engineering. We have the motor vehicle and then we have the construction. I deal with the construction side, which has water engineering, agriculture, and then it also has B-Tech, which is civil and construction.
Why water? Why did you choose water?
Why did I choose water?
Because I get it, there's a lot of options and then you went for water.
The reason why I chose water, I like to challenge myself. I like things that are not very simple.
Like smelling sewage, nyana.
Very popular. I wanted something that is interesting, yes. And to be honest, as in our class we have 3 students, that's how much it shows you that
3.
I saw and then we have B-Tech, 18 students. So our course is quite hectic but nice. Nice as we go down.
What makes it nicer? Because you know what's stuck in my head? It's the fact that, growing up we've been told sewage, like water comes from sewage, what we are releasing, and
Do you know how if I was to be honest with you, the water I go, the water I go with that. Around, right? We're drinking that water. That water is clean again. That water is clean. So we've been in a situation where we've been to the dam to go and do biology. And thus we got to see algae, we got to see different types of things. So what I'm trying to say is water is not what you get when you open the tap. It goes, it's a process that is very deep.
Hmm. And you, what's the most interesting part of motor mechanics?
So le nna motho go na ata ka gompieno ana a batla go nna nthare kana koloi ya me e tswa mosi kana maybe kana di-brake pad kana e producer di-sound tse di ntseng yana. So nna go mpolelela nna ke mo nkare ke ngaka ke kgone go processa be ke kgone le mo gore no go raya gore bothata ba koloi ke bo bothata ba koloi ke. So basically go nna ke gone mo ntira gore ke kgone go rata course cause ke mo nkare ke deala le motho ke mo nkare ke ngaka. So just like gompieno ana ke dira course e ke dirang, it's not like gompieno na rena dingaka go na leng for nna hela ke ngaka ya dikoloi. So batswana le sekala sa go tela go go nna we are available everywhere. Wa tela go go nna wa ta wa nthare kana me koloi ya me ntsana nna la re teng re available 24/7 re teng hela gone ra service dikoloi ra bankang koloi.
So what's the mission for what's not in the arts?
Hey.
30 years, it's a long time for me to discover or okay, I'm excited to I need to know this or to this and to
Tota ga ke wa to go ya ketse tota go ya ka to ya ke go manso go thasa go jwa thaka go ha kganteng ya lona utlwelana tlhaloganya go e bereka le wena go re kganteng yana go lo re iketilela o ipotsa kante go diragala eng wa like di metso o jiwang yo sketches tota hela go bua nnete hela ga ka to ya ka go robalo tota like we have to make sure gore wa pansa because once o sa pass because nna ka sponsor ke government. So you have to make sure gore you perform very well because once hela o sa perform sentela you know ga hela gore tsela hela e one ke FG hela you know and kana be like
no
No retake.
no it's a no what is it
no damn.
no retake
So tota hela ke tsela gore tota hela for my first year hela I would like to ngare hela tota hela make sure hela gore ska ro tsena bo matho ga ba ala na focus because tota we come from different social backgrounds tota answer ba ngoro from rich families ba ngoro from poor families. So tota hela I would like to say hela gore be focused, make sure hela gore how answer
How?
Taletale tota hela le ha tale hele monato o hele.
Okay, what about you, Francine? Right? When you're studying about water and everything, is it only about purification? Can you also learn the bodies of water, how to protect the water?
It doesn't mean every water that you find out there is clean. I don't know why I cannot think of some certain fluids or some certain chemicals, then you find the water is, what in Ghana.
okay in the series yes I know the pane pate what they but say something had the vitamin A vitamin C and the water so that people on the side can have memory loss. So that's why they give us 100. So it's also not to add a chemical maybe, and then people just drink the water, but and that taste that sharp also not a taste, right? Any funny taste. So that's very much possible.
Let me give you an example. Do you know food? When someone puts poison in food, when you eat the food doesn't how would you poison? Can I how would it go? It's how the body reacts.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with water. If the right you cannot make your internal sharp words and the chlorine sharp, but
So how can you tell the difference between media sharp or contaminated?
Only by testing.
So either way, it's chai.
By testing.
that's why you can't drink anything and everything.
Okay, what taste you taste?
Not tasting, test for test,
Like
but
to test
testing the voice. It's
That-
been a while, testing the what?
So how do you guys test the water? Do you guys have machines that test the water here?
We have the waste treatment plant. And then we have the other ones in the slab. But the ones that are in the slab, they only show us the flow of the river and the depth of it. Like just like a pool. If you keep on going, the depth becomes thin and you can actually die. Isn't it? You know how a pool works. When I look over 3 meters deep, when I look over a meter deep. So even in the river, it's just like that. We get to do the depth of the water and the area of it, and get to see what hanga a dam here, one more pine. Hika Twalagamit, will it flood towards Mantlama? But or if I hanga a depth of a certain then haka kaya no matter the flow, the rainfall or I can 100 kanama.
To be honest, yeah, you guys' courses sound very interesting, but hey, what's the worst module you have? Like the one you don't sleep because of
Another West is fluid mechanics. As a second year student, it's fluid mechanics. I don't know that's about you. And you know, one thing I can say about my side, we're 3 students, we're all girls, and the pressure is high. Kore in a standard, let's say a module like mathematics 3. How about I share 90 and I was out share 50 like what's our real kore? And then I get a more lesson and try because the 3 kore, I was trying to handle the you don't have to. The pressure is so you have to always be reading what is. Yeah, what they got balance 11. I got the 90, get about 89, 87. So we actually, but it's not like hard. It actually motivates us to work harder, and it also motivates us for at the end of the year 3, I will graduate.
Yeah, now before we round off, I wanna find out how do you balance your school and life, like in general? Because remember, you still have a life after school, and how do you balance that?
My personality I'm more I'm more of like I like my own space. So ga ke motho le go tsana tsena like ga ke rate go jalo one. That's why I ke kgona go balance botshelo jang because right now ga ke mo stating se e leng gore nkare maybe nka accommodate motho wa mme o bedi. You said it.
What to develop a statement?
No, not like I'm not into Mujolo one. But go later, but it's right now I can most take in selling nkare right now nkare nka because they cause they keep didn't die but motha focus it to because they one mistake lang is chan.
Yeah.
Wait,
Now I stand to disagree. Now on the weekend, guys. Yeah, but you know what? You can't. One thing I've learned about the brain, you can't read 20 pages. But I'm need. When I let that like 20 cents, can I? No, I just
what was it around?
No. Not Friday and Saturday. Yeah, I can when I think. But yeah, now like I can start 30 September is arranged and keep going. You see, but you need to balance it. At the end of the day, don't let. One thing my mom always says to me is, "How can I talk about Shama on a buja?" But I feel like I talk about ML. No one pushing you. No one is dragging you. It's about you. So sometimes, now when it's exam season, you don't see me outside. I'm home. When it's exam season, I'm home completely. I'm reading. But after exam, now that I can, okay, I don't like reading. So I prefer watching on YouTube. That's how I get. I don't read. I've never been the type where I read like, it's never on YouTube. Yeah, there are different techniques of being for a horror person. There are different techniques of.
Okay, what advice would you give someone? Let's say a first year who wants to know, okay, how do I balance school and life, enjoyment and stuff?
Oh, and the advice I'd give a person to enjoyment, school, life is don't be hard on yourself and do follow what your heart wants. Oscar, like don't be people shouldn't give you pressure for it. Semama wa regular Air Force le nna ka tla go reka Air Force. The last thing that I'd like to say to the first years or a student who is writing a Form 5, his Form 5, who wants for us, I'm not successful, copy. I want you to know that everything is upon you. Whatever you do is you. And whatever you feel like, if I want to go this step, don't do it. Go to more situation because mutare ke bala go tswa ha gwa. Go now further for your own benefits. It's go to and another thing is don't be competitive with another person. You're gonna die alone. The motor so do everything at your own pace. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much. There you have it. Life as an engineering student. Remember, guys, you are what you think, right? Hati, do whatever you think is good for you, but at the same time, don't forget to read and study. Now we are going to see the workshops, and right now we're in a water lab. We're in a water lab, and she's about to show us how what is this, what we are looking at.
And this is the water treatment plant. And then before I start talking about this in details, this is the water that is not filtered. And this is after this whole process, this is where we get the filtered water. So I'm going to start my machine, from these pipes to these. Then I'll explain what these are. As you can see, thinking. So I'm going to talk about this. This is a gravel filter, and this gravel filter is done to remove large particles. And then we come here, this is a sand filter. This sand filter is done to remove the small particles in water. Here we have aluminum oxide. This is to remove dissolved organic matter. This one. And then carbon. The carbon is to make the water purified for taste and odor. Major thing as order a bad odor. And then we have this. This is the exchange one. This one has positively charged ions. And then this is the exchange two. It has anions and cations. Yeah. So this is what happens. So major large particles to this way. Then here after we get this filtered water. Yeah, clean water.
This is our lab. Just like I said, this is where we operate. This is where we do our practicals. This is where we learn how to operate cars. So as you can see behind me, this is an engine. So this is an engine. Just like I said earlier, an engine is more like a heart of a person.
This is an open flow channel, and with this we're using the as a river, and I want to show you what happens in the water. This is the water flow. So this we use to check the water flow and for flood prediction. Once if I increase this, what happens? We use this to measure the depth and the area of this. This is how we were able to do the flood prediction. Because the depth of this, when the water rises, it goes above the level. Alright.